part-time employee and a full-time student, I've learned that flexibility is not just helpful, it is essential. The only reason I've been able to pursue my degree is because of hybrid and asynchronous learning. Without these options, balancing parenting, working, and studying would have been nearly impossible. And I'm not alone. Thousands of students face the same struggle every single day. Before I continue, let me take a moment to explain what I mean by hybrid and asynchronous learning. Hybrid learning combines traditional in-person classes with online options, giving students the flexibility to attend in whichever format works best for them. Asynchronous learning goes one step further by allowing students to access lectures, assignments, or discussions on their own time without needing to log in at a set hour. Together, these models provide flexibility while still maintaining structure and academic rigor. Today, I want to persuade you that universities should adopt hybrid and asynchronous learning as permanent options for students. These models are not just temporary fixes from the pandemic, but rather they are essential for the future of higher education. I'll give you 3 reasons why. They increase access and equity, they improve academic success and retention, and they strengthen both innovation and institutional sustainability. Let's start with access. Universities that offer flexible learning options open doors for many who otherwise couldn't walk through them. According to a 2023 study conducted by Jody Penrod, hybrid learning formats help make education more equitable for student parents, veterans, first-generation learners, and students with disabilities. Student parents especially benefit. A 2025 study by the Journal of College Student Retention found that student parents often experience higher stress levels, less faculty support, and poorer health conditions compared to their peers. I've experienced this personally. There are nights when I sit down to study after tucking my daughter in, and then I can finally get my work done when the house is finally quiet. Without asynchronous courses and access to my coursework, those hours would have been wasted. Instead, I can log in, review material, and complete assignments on a schedule that works for my family. That flexibility is the difference between staying in school and having to quit. Hybrid and asynchronous learning does not just create convenience, it creates fairness. It levels the playing field for students whose lives don't fit into a traditional 9-to-5 schedule. Another major benefit is student success. Flexibility directly improves performance. A 2024 study of HyFlex universities showed that when students can choose between face-to-face, asynchronous, synchronous online participation, they are more engaged and perform better. A 2025 scoping review of 42 studies across 12 different countries confirmed this, showing that flexible models build autonomy, persistence, and workforce-ready skills. Further research comparing synchronous and asynchronous formats find that while both improve outcomes, asynchronous in particular boosts long-term knowledge retention and satisfaction. Think about it. If students are more engaged, more satisfied, and learning more effectively, they are far more likely to finish their degrees. That benefits not only the student, but also the institution and society as a whole. Finally, universities themselves benefit from making hybrid and asynchronous learning permanent. Higher education is not a static system. It must adapt to remain relevant. A 2025 study by Ramirez-Mera and colleagues found that digital and hybrid spaces transform learning environments and make institutions more resilient to change. Universities invest in flexible formats are better prepared for the unexpected, whether it's a global pandemic, economic shifts, or evolving student expectations. At the same time, however, we need to be realistic. Research does show that if universities don't provide adequate support, students may experience what we call techno stress from navigating new platforms and being constantly connected. This doesn't mean hybrid or asynchronous learning is a bad idea. It means universities must implement them thoughtfully, with training and the resources available that help students succeed. When done well, hybrid and asynchronous learning not only supports students, but they also strengthen the university itself. making it more innovative and sustainable. So let's bring it all together. Hybrid and asynchronous learning are not passing fads or trends. They are the future of higher education. They create access and equity for student parents and non-traditional students. They improve engagement, performance, and retention, and they help universities remain competitive and resilient in a changing world. For me personally, these models have been life-changing. They've allowed me to raise my children, work full-time in higher education, and pursue my degree all at the same time. Without them, I would not be standing here today. But this isn't just about me. It's about every student who has the drive to succeed, but needs a system that works with their life, not against it. That is why I urge universities to adopt hybrid and asynchronous learning models as permanent, not just as backup plans, but as essential strategies for success in the future of education. Thank you.